The Law Office of Mark A. Kriegel for sponsoring our all-sports clinic for girls this morning as part of our celebration. At this time, I ask that you please rise and move your caps as we honor the United States of America and celebrate its freedom and those who protect it with the playing of our national anthem. Now let's meet the starters for today's game. First, visiting Red Foxes of Marist. At guard, a 5'8" sophomore from Adams, New York. Number 2, Jackie Bennett. At guard, a 5'7" freshman from Fairhaven, New Jersey. Number 5, Julia Cosentino. At forward, a 6'1" senior from Elmira, New York. Number 20, Zaria Shazer. At guard, a 5'11" redshirt sophomore from the Bronx, New York. Number 23, Lexi Carroll. And at center, a 6'5" sophomore from Kent, Connecticut. Number 31, Jordan Lee. Marist is coached by Aaron Valley.
And a pleasant good evening and welcome to Division I college basketball tonight live from Barnesville, New Jersey, alumni gym. Rumsches for three in the lead. She's good. What a shot!
Laying in a clean look. That's for three.
Late.
Just 5 games remaining on the MAC regular season schedule. We celebrate National Girls and Women in Sports Day at Rider University as the Bronx and Marist Red Foxes battle for conference tournament seeding this afternoon on ESPN+. Hello everyone and welcome courtside alongside D-Line. I'm John Moses. Bronx have picked up 3 consecutive wins here, D, and starting to put together that full game, 40 minutes of good basketball.
And I know that makes the coaching staff happy because really you do want to trend up as you get into that conference tournament, and that's what you're doing.
Well, Taylor Langen is one of the MAC's best post players this year. She's likely to be a first-team selection.
Yeah, Taylor's shooting 45% from the floor, 32 from 3. She's averaging nearly 15 points and pulling down almost 9 rebounds a game. I'm expecting a really good post performance on both sides today.
Yeah, you mentioned on the other side for Marist under first-year head coach Aaron Dowdy, a little bit different without Brian Georges leading the Marist Red Foxes these days, but Zaria Shazer is going to go down as one of the best post players in program history.
So Zaria doesn't shoot as good a field goal percentage as Taylor, 38% for her, but she shoots a higher 3-point percentage. She too is averaging 15 and 9 boards.
Well, a big one today for the Bronx and Marist Red Foxes, a couple of teams toward the bottom of the MAC standings. But, you know, Dee, this one is important because Marist has already picked up a win over Ryder, and it's those tiebreakers down the stretch of the season. Those will always come into play in terms of conference tournament seeding.
Oh, and those conference tournaments are so, parity has really made them so exciting in this, these last couple of years.
Well, Marist, part of their story this year is that they have had a tough time scoring. They are without Kiara Fisher again today, second team All-MAC selection a year ago. She's had an up-and-down year with injury. But Shazer is the target right now. End of the shot clock. Morgan Lee on the baseline missed it. And Mariona Cause secures the rebound for Ryder. Same starting five that the Bronx rolled out on Thursday night. And a victory over St. Peter's, 59-48. It's a third straight win for Ryder. First time this year they have won 3 in a row as Langen misses inside among the crowd.
Yes, she ran into a double team after she spun to her strong hand.
See the starters for Marist in this one. Julia Corsentino and Jackie Pittick in that starting lineup today. That is Shazer missing a deep look. And Redmond clearing it for the Bronx.
I think Kaz got a piece of that.
Redmond calling her own number and missed. But that is certainly an encouraging development for the Bronx in the last couple of games here, Dee. So now Redmond hunting her shot a little bit more, known more as a facilitator, but forcing defenses to play her a little bit more on the offensive end. And a travel out on the perimeter.
We see that so often where the brain is ahead of the actual, the brain says, I know I need to go here, and you take the steps before you put the ball on the floor.
Molly Lynch on it now, senior from Seagirt, New Jersey, joined by Michaela Firebaugh. Redmond turning down an open look. Cause, she will try a long two, missed it off the back of the rim. Jackie Pittick into a crowd and lost it. Corsentino for 3. That's short. Floorboard will go to the Bronx. I believe that's handled by Jason Thompson sitting courtside. Now a special assistant on the men's staff here at Ryder, sitting on the baseline. One of the great players in Ryder men's basketball history. His number 1 retired here in January of 2009. Player you covered in the NBA.
I did, right? Sacramento initially. Ooh, nice pass. Yeah.
Langen pays it off for the Bronx with a triple.
But first of all, there should be a hockey assist on that. Fireball get the real assist. And Langen with a great, knew what she wanted to do, shoot it quickly, great release.
Morgan Lee, transfer in from Georgetown, made 16 appearances in her first year as a college player. She misses.
Pretty good by Marist to get back in transition. D. Redmond was looking for a fast break opportunity.
Cause, the kick out. Redmond missed it. Firebaugh, she's in there amongst the trees, and Corsentino is tied up on the rebound. Possession hour will keep it at this end of the floor. There is a great crowd filling in an Alumni Gymnasium today, as you see Firebaugh going to the glass. Important for the Bronx, giving up a little bit of size in their starting lineup.
Doesn't necessarily have to hurt you, though. If you box out well and as a team, you keep people behind you.
And there's a pass into the student radio crew, carrying the game today on 107.7 The Bronx.
Number 22, Kira Broker. And number
It's one of the best parts about covering a game in this building, D, just how intimate of an environment it is. And, you talk to players that play here as a visitor, and they say it's one of the harder places to play. Fans are right on top of you.
Well, we're right on top of it, which I love.
Firebaugh tries a three. Off the back of the rim, no good. Langen ends up with the rebound for the Bronx.
Nice to have a second opportunity for the Bronx.
Redmond down the lane. Missed it off the window. Lexi Tarul clears it. Redshirt sophomore, originally from the Bronx. And then Redmond. Boy, she is a pest defensively, isn't she?
I thought she was going to flick it from behind.
This is Croker just off the bench for Marist. First points for the Red Foxes.
I like how she used glass. There is a reason that square is up there, John. A couple things. I love the 2-foot jump stop, and I love people who use the square.
About halfway through the first quarter. Langen, the catch inside. She draws a crowd and wave off the make. She's called for a travel inside.
I'd have to see that. That looked pretty good to me. And I thought she did a great job splitting two defenders. Spins, actually three. All right, she did drag the second foot. But really a nice move down low in a lot of traffic.
Jackie Piddick knocks down a triple for Marist.
Jackie comes in shooting 32% from downtown.
That's Katie Cunningham securing the rebound. Cunningham, normally a starter for Marist, coming off the bench in this one. 9th in the league in rebounds entering play today, but showing off such versatility with her initiation of the offense here. This is Shazer putting it on the deck, denied by Langen. Cause rips it free, and a foul in the backcourt against Marist.
John, I say this often when they're at the offensive end, but it's going to apply at the defensive end. Langen being the left-hander, to block with that left hand, I think you take somebody off guard.
It's a 2-point game. Marist in the lead, just under 5 minutes to go in the first quarter.
At Fulton Bank, we're personally invested in every community we serve. So sometimes we're big in small ways, like finding a way to get Crystal and Dan a mortgage before the baby arrived. Other times we're small in big ways, like local decision-making and financial coaching that helped Fernando open his own shop. Fulton Bank, a community bank that's big and small in all the right ways.
We are more than athletes. We strive to create an environment where student athletes feel comfortable speaking about their mental health struggles.
Suicide is the second leading cause of death for teens and young adults ages 10 to 34.
25.5% of adults ages 18 to 24 are having seriously considered suicide this month.
Let's eliminate the stigma where asking for help is a sign of weakness.
Let's talk about it now so we don't regret it later.
You are not alone. Call 988 if you are experiencing a mental health crisis.
People ask us, why do you do this? Risk your life for strangers. Because they're not strangers. They're neighbors. You, me, us. And this is what neighbors do. When times are good, and when they're not. You stand up. You lend a hand. One person, one neighbor at a time. This time, the next time, and every time.
When you don't lock your car, you've left an open invitation. Turn your car off, take the key or fob, lock the door. Your stolen car may be used to commit other crimes, so lock it or lose it. Brought to you by the New Jersey Office of the Insurance Fraud Prosecutor.
People always say, just be yourself. But who is that anyway? Were you yourself when you were born? Or do you grow into it? There's only one way to find out. Try everything. Make mistakes. Come back stronger. Free. to become exactly the person you were meant to be. Rider University, free to roam.
Today's broadcast is presented by Capital Health, Minds Advancing Medicine, and by Fulton Bank. Smarter banking starts right here. It's turning into a beautiful day in central Jersey. Well, temperatures into the low 50s today. The sun is out. It's a little bit spring-like here as we are headed down the stretch of the regular season in the MAC.
I'm sitting next to a weatherman all of a sudden.
Well, you know, Dee, that comes from my days working in minor league baseball. You get to know meteorology quite well when you're tracking the radar of, do I get to work today or not?
Or how long do I have to sit and wait for the rain delay?
Yeah, exactly. Molly Lynch knocks down a triple for the Bronx out of the timeout.
Well, good for the Bronx because they started this game 1 of 9 from the floor, so Molly getting a second field goal for the Bronx.
You could see Lynch's confidence a year ago during MAC play really pick up from three-point range. It was 10 of 24 from beyond in MAC play a year ago from three. That is Shazer getting around Cause inside.
Shazer with her first field goal, so she missed her first two, and now she's on the board.
Zaria Shazer is 4th in the MAC in points per game, 3rd in rebounds, 10th in free throw percentage, and D, 1st in the league in minutes. Lynch halfway down and out. Speaks to just how important Zaria Shazer is to these Marist Red Foxes.
Yeah,
boy,
she
nice
just
catch
pulled
inside.
down her third rebound.
That's Cunningham. Couple of opportunities at point-blank range for Marist. Fireball, the step back is no good, and Shazer has another board.
Yeah, pretty good contest from Cunningham on that mid-range jumper by Fireball.
This is Morgan Tompkins, sophomore guard from Red Hook, New York, number 30 in the red and white. Tompkins, that's for two. Floorboard will fall out of bounds in the Riders' favor, and a couple of subs for the first time for the Bronx. You notice this when you get to this time of year, D, the rotations tend to get a little bit shorter as coaches want to make sure their best players are on the floor all the time.
Well, because you're preparing for the conference tournament. We see it at all levels, to be honest with you, where the rotation gets shorter when you get to postseason play.
Jessica Schiffer in for the first time for the Bronx, joined by Kaylin DeVinny. This is Redmond, and a foul out top on Lee, and that saved a likely layup.
Marist foul number 31, Morgan Lee. That's her
Marist has been pretty good, though. When somebody gets beat, there's been defenders who have come to the rescue behind.
It's one thing that you learn as you sort of get older as a basketball player. Defense is about multiple efforts. DeVinny denied inside and then missed the second attempt off the bottom of the backboard.
And again, DeVinny saw 3 red jerseys on her second attempt.
That's one thing you notice about Marist in their first year under Aaron Dowdy. Promoted after the retirement of Brian Georges. Langen has a piece of it. Foot race to the ball with Corsentino. Smart decision by Langen to pull it out and run offense for the Bronx.
I love everything about Langen's game. Hustle. Smarts.
DeVinny missed it inside. Cunningham secured the rebound. This is Corsentino. Promising first-year guard from Fairhaven, New Jersey. Jumper is good for Kira Croker, sophomore forward from New Rochelle. DeVinny's left all alone inside.
What a look from Redmond.
It's the second assist for Sanaa Redmond in the first quarter.
But, John, like, they're trying to make it so she can't see anything.
Wow, Corsentino showing off some deep range.
Yeah, Corsentino, by the way, that's the second made 3 for Marist.
Jessica Schiffer's got a good look, and she's got 3.
So for two teams that started 1 of 8 and 1 of 9, now they're heating up.
3 3-pointers in the first quarter for the Bronx. This is Corsentino. A deep look for 3 off the front of the rim. Ryder has an opportunity in the hands of Sanaa Redmond. Redmond's heave. It's good! A 4th 3-pointer for the Bronx to finish off the first quarter as Sanaa Redmond banks it in.
Wow, take a peek at this. I don't know if she called bank, but banks are open on Saturday here at Rider University.
Well, the Rider Bronx trying to work their way back toward the MAC semifinals and championship game. Bronx have been in that game 5 of the last 7 years under head coach Lynn Milligan, 2-time MAC coach of the year, South Jersey native, originally from Voorhees, New Jersey, the winningest coach in program history. And on the opposite side, Erin Dowdy in her first year as the head coach, but she has been on staff really since she arrived on campus as a walk-on in 2002, working as a 3-year player on the floor under Brian Georges, then moved to the bench during her senior year as an undergrad. And oh, by the way, they went to the Sweet 16 that year. Then eventually moving up as an assistant, then associate head coach. Brian Georges retiring after 21 years. As that is Jackie Pittick missing.
Here comes Redmond trying to get some fast break opportunities.
Schiffer left it short on the catch and shoot. We got a whistle and a foul here off the ball. It's going to go on Jessica Schiffer, hanging on to Corsentino.
That's her first personal team's first of the quarter.
Pretty evenly played to this point.
You've got teams that are sort of in a similar circumstance these days where they have had trouble scoring at times this year as Redmond gets a piece of the pass. Piddick able to keep it alive with 10 on the timer in the hands of Zaria Shazer. Lee has to go and got it.
Wow, she had the shot clock going up against her, got to the foul line, and let that jumper fly.
So now Redmond given space to create. Kaylin DeVinny is dangerous and missed that one from 3. DeVinny comes up with her own offensive rebounds.
Look at the catch between Fireball and Redmond. You shoot. No, you shoot.
Well, it's a good look for the Bronx that falls out. Well, Ryder this year just shy of 30% as a team from three-point range, but they have a couple of players that can really fill it up between Schiffer and Fireball. That is Piddick inside, laying it in.
Well, a great cut by Piddick. Piddick with their second field goal in this game.
One thing you can say about Marist, the way they have built it this year, is that they are terrific at the front of the rim. One of the top shot blocking teams in the back, one of the best defensive rebounding teams in the league. DeVinny tries another 3. That's heavy off the back of the rim. Fireball's got an offensive rebound for the Bronx, their 4th. Redmond steps up, halfway down and out. And Katie Cunningham comes up with the floorboard.
I feel like Ryder's had down and out a couple of times now, certainly for DeVinny and definitely for Redmond on that attempt.
How about the finish from Julia Corsentino? Able to get that one around Jessica Schiffer, plus a foul.
Corsentino will step to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play. Wow. Great to be able to go up with her right hand at the end as you're drifting under the backboard there because she was coming down the left side.
Well, Julia Corsentino coming out of the outstanding Shore Conference, 2-time first-team selection out of Clemson Fairhaven High School. Scored more than 1,400 points in her high school career. Post up is for Langen. Lynch thought about it. Langen draws 2 and stepped on the baseline.
I usually say, shame on the defender who doesn't take the total baseline away, but in that case, they gave enough space but forced her out of bounds.
Yeah, I think that's an interesting catch-22 because,
Right.
Taylor Langen is a player you don't want to encourage to put the ball on the floor because she's so hard to guard. Katie Cunningham comes up with an offensive rebound. Shot didn't hit the rim. Cause got a piece of it, and she's got the takeaway. Saw that quite a bit on Thursday night in Ryder's win over St. Peter's. Cause came away with 4 steals. Fireball is fouled out top by Cunningham.
That's a little ticky-tacky for me, but she does get her with the hand, but, it's very small.
That's a point of emphasis for officials, making sure that the defender doesn't put 2 hands on the offensive player. Langen, a one-legged fadeaway is no good. Quiet start to the second quarter for the Bronx offense. 6-0 Marist in quarter number 2. Langen comes up with the steal and then is tied up by Shazer.
And you would have thought that Ryder would have come into the second quarter with the momentum given the bank shot that Redmond dropped as the time expired. Taking a peek at Langdon again, involved.
This is Redmond. Fireball, the clean look. Yes!
Nice. Fireball started 0 for 3 from the floor, so she's now on the scoreboard as well.
6 players into the scoring column for the Bronx in the first half. 1-2, no good from Croker. Shazer after the miss. It is still loose. Shazer, there's a tie-up on the floor. Credit to Zaria Shazer. Sometimes it's just about being the first one to the floor. Energy determines who gets the rebound. Those 50-50 balls, so important.
John, I have to admit that I know it's Marist ball because I can see it, but that's a hard arrow to tell which way, right? Usually it's against black so you can see it better. It's clear.
Piddick with 6. Screen and roll game with Shazer. Piddick.
Shazer has to get it off.
It's a shot clock violation. Good set of defense there for the Bronx.
She got it off. She just didn't catch the rim. So that's why it was a shot clock violation. They've done a nice job with Shazer.
Shazer now 1 of 4 from the field. 6 rebounds in this first half. Langen comes to get it. Cause wants it inside. Lays it in.
Redmond just sees the floor so well. Sometimes I'm saying just look for your own shot, but I can see why she just is waiting for the cutter. She sees it all.
Step back from Tarul is no good on the baseline. And then Fireball is fouled from behind. Well, you talk about Sanaa Redmond. What a start for her. She's already got 4 assists in this first half as the Bronx back in front, 19-18 with 4.5 to go in the first half.
There really is nothing like a home team advantage. That's why Team Toyota makes a great choice for your next vehicle purchase or service. With our MVP pricing guarantee, teammate rewards program, and streamlined customer experience, our award-winning operation ensures that you can trust our process. A home team advantage is nothing without the community. Our employees are part of our family, part of your town, and we're all part of the team. We're always here for you at one of our 3 locations in Princeton, Langhorne, and Glen Mills.
Anchored in a region that stretches across vibrant cities and historic landscapes, our institutions are driven by a commitment to academic and athletic excellence. Our student athletes are not only champions through competition and in the classroom, they are lending a helping hand to build a better tomorrow. Join us in shaping a brighter future in the Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference.
At Fulton Bank, we're personally invested in every community we serve, like finding a way to get Crystal and Dan a mortgage before the baby arrived. Fulton Bank, a community bank that's big and small in all the right ways.
People always say, just be yourself. But who is that anyway? Were you yourself when you were born? Or do you grow into it? There's only one way to find out. Try everything. Make mistakes. Come back stronger. Free to become exactly the person you were meant to be. Rider University. Free to roam.
All right, time for our trivia question this afternoon. Bronx have won 3 in a row. When was the last time the Bronx won 3 straight in the month of February? Be sure to stick with us in the second half. We will have the answer for you. And look, winning 3, 4, 5, 6 games in a row this time of year is most difficulty because your opponents know you so well.
Yeah, I think, and also, they've been watching so much more film, tape, whatever we want to call it. But the scouting when you get to this part of the season, and given that you're playing all conference games, it does make it more of a chess match.
Nice connection, Lynch and Mariona Cause. Loose ball, Croker to the floor. She's tied up. Possession arrow will keep it at this end.
I've grown accustomed to it now. I see the red. John Ryder really shooting the 3-ball well. They've made 5 threes already in this game.
That's what we were talking about earlier, that, when the Bronx get going from three-point range, they can be dangerous. This is Redmond around Piddick. And pretty good set of defense there for Marist as Piddick comes up with the rebound. Sophomore guard from Adams, New York. Marist trying to get back to the top of the MAC. Tarul knocks down a triple. Another fresh face into the program, transferred in from Fordham after 2 appearances there in the 22-23 season.
Third made 3 for Marist. Team that comes in shooting, as you said, they're not quite at 30%. They're at 29 plus.
That was Fireball missing inside for the Bronx. Marist 8th in the league in three-pointers made. A lot of their offense built around Zaria Shazer. She's down to 10 on the timer over Cause. Couldn't get the roll. And so now Redmond, having a strong first half, comes away with the 3rd rebound. They clear it out for Taylor Langen, who missed it long. Marist looking to run. Shazer's the first one down the floor and left it short. She's got her own miss and puts it back.
Well, Shazer was 1 of 6 before she got that one to fall. Good for her stick-to-itness.
And the half-court pressure creates a turnover. Running the floor, Katie Cunningham, no. Some looks to the sideline as Rider head coach Lynn Milligan encourages her team to play with poise and to run a half-court set here. It's a 4-point game as we approach the final 2 minutes of the first half. Cause not able to connect with Redmond.
In the game for box number 1, Aaliyah McIver.
Here's Aaliyah McIver off the bench for the Bronx. First-year guard from White Plains, New York. While Kaylin Deviney checks in. Shazer missed it all. Bit of an ill-advised shot early in the clock.
Yeah, Shazer, she does shoot 44% from 3, but she doesn't take a ton of them. She's only attempted 9 on the whole season.
Lynch, it's a mismatch inside. Langen, the kick out. Aaliyah McIver for 3. No good, but a good set of offense for the Bronx.
I would agree. I love the ball movement.
Katie Cunningham on the drive, contested by Langen, and Langen rips away the rebound. Under a minute to go. McIver. Fireball for 3. Nice ward off and rebound by Lexi Tarul, but McIver comes up with the takeaway. Inside, Davini makes the catch. But a foul against Marist. It's on Piddock.
It's such a good move on the catch. Watch how she spins, leaving her defender in the wake. Unfortunately, the official called the foul before the nice spin move.
Shot and game clock just about even here in the final seconds. Davini, the catch inside. Couldn't finish with the left.
Good post up, though.
Calls for one shot coming from the Marist sideline. Red Foxes +6 in the second quarter in the hands of Jackie Piddock. Under 5. Piddock crossing on McIver into the paint and gets the roll at the buzzer.
And to be honest with you, it was such a good screen that she got to get her that open lane to the rim.
Well, a couple of buzzer beaters in the first 20 minutes of this one. It was Sanaa Redmond at the end of the first quarter for Ryder, and it's Jackie Piddock at the end of the second quarter to secure a 6-point lead for the Marist Red Foxes. We're going to take a quick timeout. When we return, we will take a look at Michaela Firebaugh and her journey to Rider University as well. Highlights, stats, and a look around the MAC are all coming up.
Ever since I could walk, I remember him always being at the games. And it wasn't just like anywhere at the games. It was always half-court line, front row, always that side. It was typically always opposite of the bench, so he could be right on the floor. When I line up, you always see I line up on the right side. I always look at him right before tip-off.
Never ever missed a game except one high school game, and that was because I had a emergency appendicitis and had to have surgery, but I tried to get it delayed so I could go to the game, but the doctor didn't see it that way, so that didn't work out. But I've never missed a game. The only ones I've ever missed is here because the away games, but I've never missed a home game.
At first, it just kind of wasn't really in my mind to be like, oh, okay, close to home. Because part of me did want to branch out and try something new because I'm kind of from a smaller town, more on the countryside. And so we both came up here, and it was something different, and we both liked it, and it was manageable for him to drive.
When COVID hit, to be honest, I hated that because it's just not the same, you know. I like to come to the games, I like the interaction or whatever, and it was, you know, even during travel basketball, it's amazing some of the people that you would meet. And I remember being in New York City, we was playing in the Bronx up there, and this lady, I was walking out of the gym, and this lady came by me, and she says, "Oh, I saved your middle front row seat. It'll be in there." And I looked, and I'd met this woman back in North Carolina. So, I mean, it's kind of cool how you meet the people.
Growing up, no matter what I did or what I started, like, even if I didn't want to, he was like, "I don't care. Like, go finish it. You started it. Go do it."
Grades was always a big thing to me. And other students were, and especially in high school, were worried about, you know, grades and slacking. And I'm like, well, I'll be the first. I don't care what your coach says. I'll come over and you won't play the game. If you don't maintain an A, B average in high school, if you get a C, you're not playing.
There was one time, it was like, the teacher didn't put the grades in or anything yet, and I was like borderlining a B. And he texted at me, he goes, "Looks like you're not playing tonight." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" And he sent me a picture, and I was like, no, she just didn't put the grades in. And so, like, I had to go to her, like, at class that day. I didn't have her that day, and I had to, like, make time out of my day to go to her, and I had to beg her. I was like, "Can you please, like, put the grade in?" And she was like, "Why?" And I was like, "I can't play tonight if I see." And she goes, "Yeah, you can." I was like, "No, my dad's not going to let me."
She has always been somewhat disciplined too, but this here, it keeps her busy. It makes her stay on a schedule. It's all becomes routine for her. It's a good thing, you know. It's very structured. She needs that.
The Marist Red Foxes lead the Rider Bronx by 6 at halftime as we take a look at what is happening around the MAC these days. And, you know, we're talking about the top of the league. Niagara hanging around at the top of the standings with a victory in overtime on Thursday night against Quinnipiac. But how about those Fairfield Stags team in here a couple weeks back, defeated the Bronx. They've won 21 straight games.
10-0 at home, 13-1 on the road, 21 straight. Everybody's gunning for you.
Right.
And they're still winning.
And, perhaps the most impressive part about one of their losses in the non-conference slate, that one loss was at Vanderbilt, a one-possession game where they had the ball in the final seconds with the shot clock unplugged. It's been an incredible year for Fairfield during the regular season, but the question becomes, can they pay it off in Atlantic City coming up here in a couple weeks?
They celebrated recently the St. Joseph's University team that went undefeated with Jameer Nelson and company.
Right.
And that was their problem. They were undefeated, and they got to the conference tournament, and they lost a game.
Well, we'll see what else is happening around the MAC today. Fairfield and Niagara will hook up. That's a game that's going to get underway in about 15 minutes here. Siena and St. Peter's, Canisius and Quinnipiac as well. And Iona's got a 5-point lead right now against Mount St. Mary's. And, each of these games are so important as far as the final standings end up playing out here, because you're playing each other for the second time in the year, and you want to secure those tiebreakers if possible. As a reminder, the top 5 seeds in the conference tournament gain a bye through the first day of play. So for those teams like Mount St. Mary's, Canisius, and Quinnipiac that are sort of in the middle right now, this is an important time for them.
I so look forward to the conference tournaments. I love this one is in Atlantic City. The places that have decided that one venue is where they're going to go year after year. And I think it's the CAA that's down there in Washington at a really cool arena, entertainment sports arena that the Mystics play at. So, yeah, it's just a great time in college basketball, men and women.
We are coming up on the MAC Conference Tournament down in Atlantic City, just a couple weeks away. How will this one play out? It's a 6-point lead right now for Marist. When we return, we will have highlights and stats from the first half on ESPN+. Marist leading by 6 at the break. And, Dee, as we take a look at some of these first half highlights, something that really sticks out to me are the assist totals for both teams. Sharing the ball has been paramount for both teams.
Yeah, great ball movement, I think, at both ends of the floor. Langen, you see, getting a 3 for Ryder, and threes were actually a really good category for both teams. Marist 3 of 7, so 43% when they came in shooting 29. And for Ryder, they shoot 31 plus. Their number is almost 36%. They made 5 threes, 5 of 14 from behind that arc.
First half stats presented by Capital Health, and just one free throw attempt in the first half. That came from Marist's Julia Corsentino, who missed an opportunity for a three-point play. So, I think spinning this forward into the second half, it becomes a question about which team is able to get to the rim with a little more consistency.
Right, because if you're going to be outside and letting jumpers fly, you're not going to get to the foul line. But if you attack, you possibly can. I'm just looking at what Ryder did outside of their three-point shooting. They were 2 of 18 on two-point shots. That number has to go up if they're going to win this game.
Well, the Marist Red Foxes are trying to break a 9-game losing streak. They won 3 in a row in MAC play in January, defeating the Bronx, then Niagara, then winning at Mount St. Mary's, but have hit a little bit of skids since then. 5-20 overall. And the Bronx trying to earn a split of the season series between these two programs and earn a 4th straight victory here. And, this is something that Ryder head coach Lynn Milligan has talked to us quite a bit about over the course of the year, is that she wants her team to be playing her best basketball in these couple of weeks, mid to late February into early March. That's what she's been building toward the whole year with this group.
Yeah, and I think I'll go back to the beginning, and I think we can see that Fairfield is on a 21-win streak, but there is a lot of parity in college sports these days. And so if you have gotten your team to be utilizing their talents together at its best when March rolls around, then you have a chance.
Alongside D. Lynham, I'm John Moses. Thanks for making us part of your Saturday afternoon. Zaria Shazer misses her first attempt of the second half. Shazer, 4 points, 7 rebounds, and 2 assists in the first 20 minutes. Mariona Cause putting it on the floor and scores it inside.
Well, obviously she didn't get fouled on that attempt, but that's how you will get to the foul line, by attacking like that.
Lee a long 2. Cleared by Sanaa Redmonds. She had 4 assists in the first half, did Redmonds. Just the second time for her to hit that total in league play. And the 7th time overall this year. Bronx 6 assists on 8 made field goals. Cause has to go at the end of the shot clock and gets right around Lee with the left hand.
Well, to be able to go, she just on the previous possession goes with the right. Now to be able to come with your left, I mean, that's strong.
Mariona Cause, I mean, she seems to be getting better game after game for the Bronx, using her elite speed to get around some post players. This is Corsentino. Floater over Langen is no good.
Here comes Redmond trying to push the pace.
Redmond right down the lane. Bronx with 6 in a row to start the third quarter.
So, John, I see Lynn clapping over there, but I said they were 2 of 18 on 2-pointers. They come out and they make 3 for 3 from 2-point range to start the second half.
A timeout taken by Marist as Sanaa Redmond cashes in her second field goal. And the Bronx and Red Foxes are even at 25. Well, certainly the lessons and message from Rider head coach Lynn Milligan making an impact on her team in the first 2 minutes of the third quarter. 6 straight points for the Bronx. Coming out of halftime, Lexi Tarul tries a 3 and missed it all. Bronx have really picked up their energy coming out of halftime, D.
Yeah, kicking it ahead, trying to get to the paint, trying to get early offense.
This is Mariona Cause. Scores it inside. Compliments of Molly Lynch.
I mean, she has 3 buckets, and they're all in the paint. She's flipping it up with her right hand or left hand, leaving it soft on the rim.
Croker can't end the run. Marist still looking for points to start the third quarter.
That's interesting. Fireball, pulled it up looking for Redmond when she had an opportunity to run it herself.
Redmond. It'll have to be Cause. No whistle, and she got it done.
Wow. She didn't even fear that there was a 2 on the shot clock as she's staring at the rim.
It's a 10-0 run for Rider to start the second half. Shazer. And a foul is called on Cause.
Cause is having herself a heck of a game. Just take a peek. Look at the shot clock. It's 3. It's 2. She doesn't blink. I said 2. It was really at 1.
Well, Cause already with 10 points in this game for the Bronx. That is a season and career high for her at Rider.
I mean, she only averages 4.4.
Zaria Shazer splits the free throws.
Well, I would continue, if I'm Rider, to play at this pace. I think it's challenging Marist to get back in transition. I think it's getting Rider into the paint.
Michaela Firebaugh for 3. It's good. Firebaugh's got another, her second today.
Well, when you've made the number of points in the paint to start this second half, that's going to open up the outside for people like Firebaugh.
Pinnock. Her pass, too hot to handle inside.
Redmond looking for open arms.
Langen.
Cause wants it.
Redmond had it knocked away. Here comes Julia Corsentino off the bench for Marist. 6 to shoot for the Bronx. Taylor Langen. That's the first miss after halftime for the Bronx. They were 6 of 6 from the field.
And that one was right on target. It was just short, not enough legs.
Croker connects. Kira Croker, the first field goal after halftime here for Marist.
Marist showing some three-quarter press, I would say.
Fireball got Shazer off her feet and knocks down a foul line J.
She looks like she's in a flow now. Those last two they're coming in a rhythm.
You know, Rider head coach Lynn Milligan talks so much about offensively for this group. It's an execution offense where they really have to execute sets and they have to play with pace and flow to be successful offensively.
Pace for sure, John. I mean, you can see the difference in what they look like when they're running the floor. They're going to their spots. They know what they want to do. It's not chaotic.
Well, good spurt of energy for the Bronx to start the second half. It's a 15-3 sprint, and Ryder has a 6-point lead with 4:21 to go in the third quarter. The Marist Red Foxes, after this quick journey from Poughkeepsie to Lawrenceville, they are headed up to Albany to take on Siena next Thursday and then home against St. Peter's next weekend. And their final home game of the season will come on March the 7th, a Thursday night against Manhattan, wrapping up the regular season at Quinnipiac. Of course, the MAC tournament looming, and it feels like a new season. Almost any program in the MAC can say to themselves, doesn't really matter where we played the last 2-3 months. It's all about how we're playing right now, the game in front of us. Beautiful execution out of the timeout for Marist. Field goal for Katie Cunningham inside, her first of the day, to go with 7 rebounds.
Makes every coach happy that you draw something up in a timeout and then you execute it to perfection.
Langen missed a catch and shoot, cleared by Jackie Pittick. Erin Dowdy directing some traffic for her team, and the pass too hot to handle for Croker.
John, I know we were looking at Marist's schedule, but I feel for Coach Milligan with her remaining 4 games. I mean, you're looking at 12-4, 9-7, 10-6, and 15-0.
Yeah, down the stretch in the regular season, the Bronx will play 4 of the top 5 teams in the standings entering play today as Sanaa Regan steps up and knocks down a jumper. She's got 7. Ryder's third leading scorer in this game, her 3rd field goal.
These two teams average around 55 points per game. And as you said, they've had times where they struggled to score. But I feel like after the start where it was like 1 of 8 and 1 of 9, I think they've actually had really good offense.
That's Zaria Shazer on the offensive side for Marist. Red Fox is going to need a bigger second half from her. 4-point game under 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. Lynch around a Langen screen. Missed it. Corsentino on the run. Trying to connect inside with Shazer, and a foul here against Mariona Cause.
Yeah, Cause coming over the back, trying to deny. Shazer doing a good job posting her up on the low block.
In the game for the Bronx, number 55, Jessica Schiffer, replacing number
Has
0,
her
Sanaa
completely
Redmond.
sealed.
Second personal on Mariona Cause. It has been a generally clean game in that area. Just the fourth foul called against the Bronx in the game.
Shazer saw a double team, which means somebody was open.
Under 10. Shazer couldn't catch it cleanly.
Tough pass.
It's the 11th turnover for Marist. Fireball for three. Missed it off the back of the rim. Langen tried to keep it in play. Cunningham secures it. 9th rebound for Katie Cunningham. 9th in the league in rebounds per game entering play this weekend. Jumper is good inside for Kira Croker.
Well, what I like that Marist is doing right now is kind of what Ryder came out in the second half doing, and that's like putting the pressure on early in the offensive possession.
Schiffer. Langen. Cause. Extra work inside. She is fouled. Good patient possession from the Bronx.
John, that's been her go-to move here in this third quarter. Either side, she's just cutting to the middle of the paint, and if she has it going right, she'll take it right. If she has it going left, she'll take it left.
Shoot it!
First free throw no good for Mariona Cause. Junior originally from Matadera, Spain. Bronx found her playing at Casper College in Wyoming, junior college. Working on a career best day, 11 points and 6 rebounds now.
Only a 67% free throw shooter, so she gets 1 out of 2.
This has been an entertaining third quarter. Down to the final minute here. Shazer putting it on the deck. Rebounded by Taylor Langen. Boy, a quiet day offensively for Langen. Marist has done terrific work doubling her. And Langen gets the roll as Shazer goes tumbling over her.
Wow, what a friendly rim that was.
Cunningham quickly the other way. Langen had no choice but to give the foul.
Somehow Langen on that jumper got tangled up with Shazer. She steps back, and then it's just feet getting tangled up. Bodies falling over each other. And then amazingly, she got up off the ground and was back to foul the Cunningham in transition.
You see Langen going to the sideline here in favor of Kaylin DeVinny. An opportunity to give her a touch of extended rest at the end of the quarter as Katie Cunningham rolls home the first free throw, junior from Syracuse, New York. And now here comes Morgan Lee to give Shazer a break. The two featured players in this game, Shazer and Langen, have attracted a lot of attention from the opposing defense. 7 points for Shazer, 5 for Langen. Meanwhile, Jessica Schiffer's all alone. And she missed it off the back of the rim. Lee comes up with the rebound for Marist. They can hold for the final shot in the third quarter. It's a third quarter that's been dominated by Ryder, who scored 19 points in the first half. They've got 20 here in the third. in the final seconds. Lee had that one knocked away, and it'll be Bronx ball.
Good defense by Deviney there. Give Lee just enough trouble to not be able to handle the pass.
It's into Lynch with 2.
Let it fly.
It would have counted. Boy, what a third quarter for the Bronx, turning a 6-point deficit into a 3-point lead. We've got 10 minutes to play in Lawrenceville.
At Fulton Bank, we're personally invested in every community we serve, like local decision-making and financial coaching that helped Fernando open his own shop. Fulton Bank, a community bank that's big and small in all the right ways.
Anchored in a region that stretches across vibrant cities and historic landscapes, our institutions are driven by a commitment to academic and athletic excellence. Our student athletes are not only champions through competition and in the classroom, they are lending a helping hand to build a better tomorrow. Join us in shaping a brighter future in the Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference.
When you don't lock your car, you've left an open invitation. Turn your car off, take the key or fob, lock the door. Your stolen car may be used to commit other crimes, so lock it or lose it. Brought to you by the New Jersey Office of the Insurance Fraud Prosecutor.
People always say, just be yourself. But who is that anyway? Were you yourself when you were born? Or do you grow into it? There's only one way to find out. Try everything. Make mistakes. Come back stronger. Free to become exactly the person you were meant to be. Rider University. Free to roam.
All right, time to answer our trivia question for today's game. The last time the Bronx won 3 straight games in the month of February in 2019-20, it was the Stella Johnson year. MAC Player of the Year. You see what's coming up for the Bronx here, D. We were talking about how the upcoming schedule is tough, and, you know, that trip to Buffalo is something that Ryder hopes to get out of the way sort of early in the season because of the amount of travel it requires. You know, you play Thursday, Saturday. That means in Ryder's case, you're going up early in the day on Wednesday, and then you miss classes Thursday and Friday.
Well, that they're grateful for.
Oh, I'm sure the players don't mind it a little bit, but to some degree, the professors might. Firebaugh knocks down another 3. One of the best three-point shooters in program history. Firebaugh 5th. In terms of career three-pointers made, she's got her 3rd today.
And overall, 4 of 10 from the floor. She also has 6 rebounds.
Zaria Shazer has a key offensive rebound for Marist. And we've got a whistle here against the Bronx. It's on Mariona Cause, her 3rd personal.
That'll be the first against Ryder here, going down the stretch.
Taylor Langen returns for Cause. Smart use of the stoppage in play around the timeout for the Bronx to get Langen a little bit of a break. She very rarely comes off the floor as Lee knocks down a long jumper. Morgan Lee, her 2nd field goal.
Lee shoots it with confidence for sure. And with the way that Ryder is defending Shazer, you have to have people step up like Lee did on that possession.
Schiffer, Lynch, she'll try a three, no good. Deviney couldn't save it in play.
Lee did a good job, though. Her job was to make sure Deviney doesn't get it, let it go out of bounds, and it's still your ball.
Lee for three. Rebounded by Taylor Langen, her sixth today. Langen entering play this weekend, second in the league in rebounds, just shy of 9 per game. Schiffer connects with Kaylin Deviney.
Wow. Great execution. And I love Deviney. She's so wide open. Still, she took time to have that 2-foot little jump stop and then laid it in off the glass.
Ooh, how about the step back from Zaria Shazer?
She hasn't had a lot of field goal attempts here today. Well, actually, that was her 13th. She hasn't made a lot of field goals.
Schiffer. Deviney for three. Off the back of the rim and cleared by Katie Cunningham, skying toward the rafters. Numbers for Marist. Shazer got it.
She's heating up just at the right time.
We knew it would only be a matter of time until we heard from Zaria Shazer in this one.
Yeah, because her numbers, she comes in averaging 15 points and 9 boards. She got off to a great start rebounding-wise.
Schiffer missed it. Langen secures the floorboard for the Bronx. Ryder clears out the side of the floor for Langen. No whistle as Cunningham comes up with the takeaway. To Rule, no good.
Nice volleyball tap by Fireball or Langen. I don't know who actually had it, but either way, when you can't secure it, great job.
Lynch connects once again with Kaylin Deviney. Boy, Deviney, such an important offensive option for the Bronx. Her third field goal, she's got 6 to go with 2 rebounds. It's a 4-point game. Pinnock had it knocked away.
The nice thing about Deviney is that she has good hands. So like when she's rolling to the hoop, a lot of times in big you're a little nervous, throwing it in there. But she has really good hands.
You know, it's so interesting, Kaylin Deviney very much comfortable shooting the three. And, Lynn Milligan, a little bit of an old school coach in the way that she loves to run her teams. She loves to have an inside-out presence. So now Redmond back on the floor for the Bronx. This is Schiffer. Under 10 on the timer. Deviney.
Gotta
and
get it
Schiffer.
up.
Schiffer tries a three and got it right in front of the Bronx bench.
And that was contested. From my angle, Tarul contested that shot, and Schiffer saw nothing but net.
Bronx 8 made threes in this game. Shazer spinning off the window and gets it done. Wow, Zaria Shazer reaching into her bag. She's got 13. Langen. Redmond steps up for 2. Good look, but it's in and out.
But I love that when she caught it, she was ready to shoot it. I know she's a great distributor, but that'll make defenders be more honest.
That's been obvious in the half-court defense for Marist, playing way off of Redmond as Deviney is going to get called for a foul here, hanging on to Croker. And there's a timeout on the floor. Boy, some great connections offensively for the Bronx. Kaylin Deviney coming alive here in quarter number 4. Zaria Shazer leads all scores with 13, and it's the Bronx by 4, under 5 minutes to play. Well, the Rider Bronx trying to pick up a 4th straight win here today, and these are the MAC standings up to the minute. Bronx trying to break out of that group in the bottom 4. As a reminder, the top 5 teams in the MAC standings gain a bye through the first round of play, and then it's 6 versus 11, 7 versus 10, and 8 versus 9 in the first round of action down in Atlantic City. Jumper no good. And a foul on the rebound. This is going to go against Ryder. And, they're going to put this on Taylor Langen.
Take a peek. Let it fly. Now everybody's crashing. Wow.
It's the second personal on Langen. Croker, that is for 2 and got it.
2-point basket, number 22, Kira Croker.
Cause sizing up Croker, connects with Sanaa
pass.
Redmond, and she is fouled.
What a nice pass from Cause to Redmond for sure.
Kira Croker, that's her second personal, team's first of the quarter.
Boy, this is a great connection between Cause and Redmond. Boy, Sanaa Redmond, Philadelphia native, began her collegiate career at Samford, and normally one of the Bronx more trusted foul shooters this year, just shy of 80%. It's a 4-point game. Redmond got a piece of it. Mismatch inside. Langen comes up with the takeaway. Well, you see what Marist is doing defensively with Pinnock playing way off of Redmond. Drive and kick. Ball movement for the Bronx. Fireball. 5 on the timer here. Langen against Shazer. Langen gets to her left hand and gets it to go.
Wow. Langen coming through in the clutch.
Just her 3rd field goal in this one.
Shazer wants it so bad in the post.
She's got it. Under 10 now. And gets it to go around Mariona Cause.
Well, that's her 7th made field goal. She started this game 3 of 12, and she's made her last 4 field goal attempts.
Redmond. Cause. Fireball for 3, off the back of the rim, and rebounded by Katie Cunningham. Boy, she's got 11 boards off the bench for Marist. 2.5 to play. Shazer. That's a 2 for Croker.
Wow.
It's good.
That looked like a similar play they ran for Lee earlier in the game. Shazer doesn't have anything when they throw it to her in the post. She kicks it right back out, and because they don't even think about it, boom, you have a mid-range jumper.
Cause had it poked away. 8th turnover of the game for Ryder. Langen able to keep it in play. Timeout, Lynn Milligan.
That's Langen's, I think it's her 3rd steal of this game. She is everywhere.
Calls 30-second timeout.
Boy, and that was a bit of a scramble scenario defensively. Langen, that long arm of the law with the left hand and the hustle to keep it in play.
We see that so often in football where they drag their feet, catch, both feet in.
Well, the Bronx in the second half have come alive offensively. Scored just 19 first half points. They've already got 33 here in the second half.
And John, both teams are going to be right around what they average. 55 is the number.
That's fair,
maybe 56.
Yeah. Marist averages 56.1. Bronx averaging 54.7 points per game as a group this year. Another MAC game coming down to the wire. Lynch, Langen, Redmond, Fireball, and Cause, the 5 for the Bronx. It's into Taylor Langen with 7. Langen connects with Cause on the baseline. She is fouled.
Wow, I was going to say she actually had time to take a little more time with that shot. But if she felt that she had somebody on her hip, letting it fly sends her to the foul line. Pass from Langen, Cause. Like, I thought she had time for one dribble that would put her a little further on the other side for the reverse.
Critical free throw falls for Mariona Cause, and that's something that Riders coaching staff talks quite a bit about, continuing to move when the ball is in Taylor Langen's hands. Because of the defensive attention she draws, Cause splits the pair. Timeout Marist with 1:20 to go. It's a 30-second timeout at this juncture. Well, D, it's a question about where Marist wants to go for offense here. Shazer has been effective for them, 15 points on 7 of 16 shooting, but would you play for 3 on this possession?
I wouldn't. I mean, for me, minute 20, I don't think I'm not saying if you have an open 3, go ahead, let it fly and knock it down. But I don't need a 3. Shazer has been the hot hand. She's made her last 4 field goal attempts. She's feeling the confidence. If then she draws a double team, you may have an open 3 on the arc because they don't want her to score in the paint.
It's into Jackie Pittick, sophomore guard from Adams, New York. Shazer has it. One-on-one with Cause. No. Rebound last touch by the Bronx, and the shot did not hit the rim.
14 on the shot clock, plenty of time to have good execution and get a good shot. I actually like Shazer's move to the basket.
Pittick in some trouble, gets it into Shazer, who lays it in.
1 minute remaining in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, plenty of time here.
Redmond, Fireball, working it with Taylor Langen. Cause, it's into the hands of Redmond at the end of the shot clock. Here comes Lynch with 5.
Gotta get a shot off.
Langen tries for 3. It nicked the rim. But they called it a shot clock violation. That very clearly hit the rim, even though it was also a clear rebound for Marist. And it is just going to be Marist ball.
Because I think with Coach Milligan's looking, it definitely hit the rim. They did call shot clock violation. The question was when Marist corralled the ball, but at that point, the referee is already signaling that it was a shot clock violation. So that is not on Shazer to be any different. She's just following the orders of the official.
I mean, we got a good look at it there from our production crew. That one just nicking the side of the rim on the way down. But timeout here taken by Marist. They've advanced it into the front court. And with a 3-second difference and a 1-point game, they've got a chance to take the lead late.
If I'm Marist, I'm executing what I want. So if I leave 14 seconds, so be it. I want to get the shot I want when I have it.
They clear it out for Shazer. Pittick on the drive. That one partially blocked by Sanaa Redmond.
All right, now you might think a little differently because you have 3.2 would be the differential.
Piddick, it's into Tarul. She is fouled. Chance to go to the line and take the lead.
Tarul is a 69% free throw shooter. Nice execution on the inbounds. Patient by the inbounder, which was Piddick.
Ice water running through the veins of Lexi Tarul. Bronx, New York native, has tied this game at 53.
It's only her 14th attempt all year. That's 15, and she goes 2 for 2.
Boy, you just can't rattle those kids from New York City. Lexi Tarul, 2 critical free throws to give Marist the lead. Timeout Bronx, under 21 seconds to play. Boy, coming right down to the wire in Lawrenceville. These are 2 evenly matched teams. And the Bronx have a chance to set up a potential game winner. They were in this situation a week ago, Thursday, up at Iona. And it was Taylor Langen in the final seconds hit a falling away jumper. Ended up being the number 5 play on SportsCenter's top 10 last Friday morning. Does Langen and the Bronx have a little more magic in them today on their home floor? In front of one of the best crowds of the season at Alumni Gymnasium on National Girls and Women in Sports Day. This second half in this game has really delivered.
Well, if you're Ryder, you have many options, right? You love the ball in Langen's hands. Fireballs, I like her stroke right now. I think Cause cutting across the paint has been excellent, coming right or coming left. And I think Redmond's more dangerous than people realize.
In the game for the Bronx, number 55, Jessica Schiffer.
Jessica Schiffer checks in to give the Bronx another 3-point shooter on the floor. Running with Lynch, Firebaugh, Cause, and Langen.
And again, John, this is about having good spacing and then move. You gotta keep moving.
The target is Langen inside. She is fouled.
I mean, I do believe that's a good call. There's definite physicality here. Great post up. She seals Shazer. Shazer has less, she's not as strong, in my opinion, as Langen is. Langen had the position.
We are tied at 54. Marist does have 1 timeout left.
Langen, a 65% free throw shooter. The lefty feeling.
Croker's got the board, and Marist will have the ball with 11.4 to go.
Full timeout.
Langen has been to the line the most of any of the Ryder players. That was 55 and 56. I don't think she was there before. Was she today?
Yeah, 1 for 2 prior to that.
1 for 2. So.
Well, we are even at 54 with 11 seconds to go. It's been Zaria Shazer down the stretch in this game for Marist. Red Fox is already with 18 points in this fourth quarter. 17, 9, and 5 for Shazer in this game. And, Dee, it feels like the ball's headed her way.
Just like Coach Milligan wanted the ball in Langen's hands, I got to think that Marist wants the ball in Shazer's hands. She's gone 5 of her last 6. All of her moves have been with authority. The only one she missed was that one where she took it left. They got it going out of bounds. She come back to her, and she scores on the right side. I think you inbound it to Piddick if you can. Yeah.
And here it is in the hands of Piddick. Under 10. Screen and roll game with Shazer. She's got it. Jumper is up and no good off the window. Put back is no good, and we're headed for overtime. Wow, Katie Cunningham had a second opportunity to give Marist a win. She's looking for a foul.
In my opinion, she, again, had more time than she realized with that second option, because there was even another chance on the third time
We're going to take a quick timeout. 5 more minutes of action coming up in Lawrenceville. Well, the Bronx in overtime for the second time this season. Let's take a look at this final sequence, D.
Well, Shazer had a good look, and now Cunningham gets the offensive glass. I think she rushed it a little bit because then Tarul has even a third opportunity. Great work by Cunningham to bat it to herself. But again, you know that the clock is ticking. You know it was 11.4 when you started. You think to yourself, well, how long did Shazer take? Maybe I just got to make sure I get it up. I applaud her for that part.
This is the 4th time this year that Marist has gone to overtime. They are 1-2. The lone win at Lafayette back in November. Bronx won their lone overtime game this year at Lehigh. And Marist controls the first possession of overtime between these two teams. Even at 54 with D. Lynham. I'm John Moses. Thanks for making us part of your Saturday afternoon. Bronx trying to make it 4 straight wins. Shazer on the drive. Couldn't get the roll. There's a fight for the rebound. Cunningham wins it briefly. It is still loose. Langen's on the floor with possession. And finally a tie-up.
I mean, are you kidding me? Cunningham with 13 rebounds now.
Got Cause sticking a nose in to knock that one loose again, and then Langen able to secure it. Bronx running Lynch and Redmond with Firebaugh, Cause, and Taylor Langen. Firebaugh has not sat in this game. She's played all 40 minutes plus overtime. Redmond steps up from the foul line and got it. 10 points now for Sanaa Redmond.
That's why I said, she's sneaky good. Everybody's waiting for her to pass it to one of her teammates. She has a good stroke.
Is the 3rd Bronx in double figures. Joining Cause and Firebaugh. Shazer against Cause. Cunningham tipped it. Shazer's got it back and couldn't score it.
Well, Cause has done a nice job on Shazer, making her just alter her shot ever so slightly.
That's been a great matchup all day. Cause has done terrific work defensively. Redmond calls her own number again and missed that one. Cleared by Kira Croker. And Piddick slows it down. 2-point lead for the Bronx. Tarul thought about it.
Yeah, a little two-man game, a little too close for me with Croker and Tarul. It's not spacing properly.
Off the window and good for Kira Croker.
That's a tough angle.
14 critical points for Kira Croker off the bench. For Marist, we are even again at 56. Lynch connects with Cause, and she gets the roll.
Everything Cause puts up there is so soft on the rim, right? Nothing's going flush, but it's all sitting up nice and soft, and they've been dropping. Certainly all second half.
Tarul missed it. Firebaugh. We've got a foul on Shazer.
He's actually saying it's going off Shazer.
Oh, it's off of Shazer.
I don't know how that's possible.
Oh, okay. And Lynn Milligan is going to take time out. using the extra one allotted to her team here in overtime. So she's going to have 2 remaining after this. And, here's the fight for the rebounds.
Yeah, so Cunningham gets involved. There's Fireball. Oh, it does. I see. Fireball tries to throw it, and it goes off of Shazer somehow, some way, off of her red jersey.
Well, critical possession coming for the Bronx here. Leading by 2, and I think you really have to credit Marist's defense in this game on Taylor Langen. I mean, you're talking about a player who's a likely first-team All-MAC selection. She's only 3 of 9 from the field for 8 points.
Hey. She's done a lot of other things, in my opinion. She has the 4 steals, 8 rebounds, but I agree that they've kept her in check scoring-wise.
Lynch. Fireball wants to work it with Taylor Langen. Fireball denied by Shazer.
What a block. And
Piddick.
To be able to control it herself.
Terrell knocks down a huge 3.
Wow. Terrell with her second 3-ball of the game.
Boy, a couple of clutch plays from Lexi Terrell down the stretch of this one for Marist. This is Redmond. Langen for 3, no good.
But Shazer had her hand in Langen's face again. She's just come out and contested the last 2 jumpers.
Piddick. Defended by Redmond. Redmond got a piece of it. Piddick able to keep her dribble alive. Shot clock is at 2. It's loose again, and Lynch has the steal for the Bronx. Ryder has numbers if they push.
1 minute remaining in overtime.
They pulled it up. That was a huge possession because being up 3 versus 1, I just feel like the weight would have been on Ryder. I mean, they still need a bucket.
10 to shoot. Fireball's got it with 6. Lynch sees the clock under 5. Molly Lynch down the lane. Oh, she got the roll. Timeout, Marist.
Wow.
Marist calls 30 seconds. Timeout.
Molly Lynch.
And again, being able to put it up so softly to let it rattle around up there. There were 3 red jerseys around her. Of course, Marist doesn't want to foul, but it's still trying to alter the shot.
Just the second field goal for Molly Lynch in this game.
Well, her first was that big-time 3-ball in the first half.
So Marist just used their final timeout. And here we go, and Shazer will be the one to put it in for the Red Foxes.
Plenty of time. You have a full 30 seconds to execute.
Terrell, no good. Mariona Cause briefly had the rebound and had it knocked away.
That was a quick shot by Terrell, but if she liked what she saw, because she did make it just a short while ago, I'll give her the green light.
Piddick gets it into Cunningham. Piddick comes to get it. Shot clock is at 10. Piddick.
Got to get something going.
Shazer couldn't catch it cleanly. Ball is loose. Taylor Langen's got it. And she has possession. Timeout, Bronx.
Have it, Langen, though. Hold the ball, let them foul you, or let your coach call the timeout from the sideline.
And here's the other factor for Marist. Only 3 team fouls. They have a foul to give before they can put Ryder on the line, and then there's no timeouts remaining to advance the ball.
What a game.
What an incredible defensive stop for the Bronx. A couple of times late.
And you can get like a little deflated when you had a good defensive stop and the ball goes out of bounds off of you. And now you give it back to them with plenty of time on the clock and you get another great stop. Didn't give them a good look.
Now, as we were just talking about, Marist has to give 2 fouls before the Bronx go to the line.
Yep. I mean, they're going to do it quickly. They've talked to the officials, I'm sure. I'm going to guess by the time they give the 2, it'll be 4 seconds on the clock.
Into the backcourt. Fireball's got it. She's just going to run out time here. And a foul given by Cunningham with 2 seconds remaining.
That was miscommunication. And you see how Cunningham and Shazer are having a conversation about it.
And now, ball control becomes even more important for the Bronx. With the ball in the backcourt.
Well, they'll foul immediately
Lynch
now.
gets it in, and the foul will put Michaela Fireball on the line with 1 second to go in overtime.
And that's what Cunningham was saying. I thought you were going to be the one chasing on the first inbounds. Instead, Shazer went the other way. Second time, she knew she was chasing.
Shoot it!
A chance to ice it for the senior Michaela Fireball. An 80% foul shooter for the year. Fireball knocks down both. To Rule, her heave. Did she get fouled? Oh my, she got hit!
Well, Fireball knows that. I know your instinct is to not let her get a clean look. The chances of her making that shot, here she comes. She's going to let it fly. She falls right on her.
Officials will take a quick look at the monitor to confirm when the foul occurred, how much time should be on the clock.
Well, it was 1 second. She did a catch and shoot. And if it's 1 second, to me, catch, go, yep, 0.5, and the foul absolutely occurs. She's going to have 3 free throws coming her way.
Oh, my.
Now I said, oh, my is right.
Well, Lexi Tarul had 2 critical free throws late in regulation to give her team the lead. Bronx ended up splitting a pair of free throws from Taylor Langen in the final seconds to push this game into overtime after they stood up defensively. And Lexi Tarul has a chance to extend this game further.
Wow. I'm feeling for her right now, you know? It's just a lot to step up there. I mean, who doesn't want to? We do it on the driveway, you know. I want to win the game for going against my brother or whatever. You love the opportunity. She had the wherewithal to make sure she got a shot off with 1 second on the clock and no timeout.
0.3 of a second. Tarul is going to shoot 3 for Marist.
This is when the confines get tight here. The noise gets loud.
Boy, just look at the body language of Lexi Tarul.
Yeah. One more. Her teammates. Shazer's like.
She missed it. Langen secures it, and the Bronx survive.
Bar University 62, Marist 61.
My goodness, what a finish. Ryder survives 62-61 as Lexi Tarul had a chance to send this game to double overtime, but the third free throw misses. And the Bronx earned their 4th straight victory, needing overtime to pull it off today against Marist. Wow.
Please form the line in front of the scorer's table down at the end of the Rider bench.
A look of relief across the faces of the Rider Bronx as they gather together at half court. Some final statistics from this game. I think you credit the Bronx offense. Only 9 turnovers in this game. 17 for Marist. They got 17, 11, and 6 from Zaria Shazer in this game. Shazer, that's a 3rd straight double-double for her. And our own D lineup is with Rider head coach Lynn Milligan.
Let's just look big picture at the way that game ends. The foul, put a player on the line. She has to make all 3. Just what you're saying to your team before Terrell steps to the foul line.
Really, it's just stay locked in. You know, like what's done is done. Stay locked in. We wanted to make sure we had our box outs. There's enough time to get a tip with 3.3. So just staying locked in. I mean, you know, you got to learn. We're learning every day. You got to learn from a loss. You got to learn from a win. So we'll take these lessons as we get deeper into February and into March and learn from it. But I'm really excited about the way we defended for the most part this game. I'm thrilled with how we came out in that 3rd quarter. So we ended that 2nd quarter not at our best. And I thought the beginning of the 3rd quarter really changed the entire game.
I totally agree because you had 19 points at the half.
Yeah.
You scored 20 in that 3rd.
Yeah.
And I thought Kaz was unbelievable cutting through the middle of the paint.
Yeah, she's a tough guard if we can get her in space and get her moving. She's a tough guard, and I thought she really stepped up in that 3rd quarter. I thought once she started getting going, her teammates realized that we had a little bit of a mismatch there, that we wanted to work as much as we could. But just excited the way we came out in that 3rd quarter. 2 games in a row, the 3rd quarter has been a big step for us.
So now 4 in a row for you. You're getting closer. You only have 4 to go. By the way, the scheduling gods did you no favor down the stretch.
No.
But will you feel good just if you continue to play like you played today going into the tournament?
Absolutely. I mean, we got 4 games left. We're going to go out there and, you know, our goal is to go 4-0. You know, we've got to make sure, again, that we're get our rest, get a recovery, and learn. You know, this time of year, these games are – it's a MAC game. It's going to come down to the wire all the time. And there's going to be crazy things that happen, and there's going to be times when you have to step up and make a big play. Molly did that for us today, and then we ended up getting the stop. You know, we had a little silly at the end, but it worked out in our favor. So we'll take it and we'll move on.
Thanks for the entertainment.
You got it. Any day, you know that.
John, back to you.
Thank you. Marist is headed back home. They will travel to Siena on Thursday while the Bronx head up to Buffalo, Niagara, and Canisius next weekend. So, my broadcast partner, D Lineup, our producer Anthony Corby, and our entire Bronx Vision crew, this is John Moses saying good afternoon from Lawrenceville, where Rider survives in overtime, 62-61 over Marist.
Autographs down in front of the stage.